We believe right now that 18.7 million people are affected by food insecurity, and we project that up to 1.1 million children could be suffering from severe acute malnutrition in 2012. Severe acute malnutrition is a very serious condition with a high risk of dying, mortality rates of 25 to 60% depending on conditions. So it's severe. So across the Sahel band, and it's patchy, it varies from country to country, but we're seeing much lower production this year, and more importantly, higher prices for food, which means even when food is available, it may not be accessible to many people. They just can't afford to buy it. Good news on all of this is that we started late last year when the first projections came in of food insecurity and higher rates of malnutrition. And donors have been very receptive as well to this early warning that came out from governments, from international organizations. And as a result, we've been able to mobilize considerable resources. We're seeing some shortfalls in funding in health and water. That's important too, because you can save someone's life from food insecurity, you can save their life from malnutrition, a young child, but they may still die of cholera or diarrheal disease. So there has to be a complete package, and we don't quite have that package yet in terms of funding. We cannot continue to simply respond to an acute crisis, invest $1.6 billion simply to respond to an emergency. It's important to have an investment earlier that deals with the structural causes of this, which relate to agriculture productivity, access to food, high rates of malnutrition. If those can be addressed between these acute crises, then we can build the resilience of households so that they can absorb the shock of future droughts, and there will be a drought in the future. And when that happens in the future, if these actions are taken now, we can avoid this huge requirement for significant funding and a massive relief effort to try to sustain people.